But let's start this video straight away with a beautiful sunset in Santa Teresa Beach, the main beach of course, and it's very long, so beautiful, fantastic waves, more for the sort of intermediate level. Vegetation, outstanding, you can see there on my back, plenty of nature, palm trees. The main town develops just behind actually the nature strip here, and it's a great place to stay. There is a main road, remember there are shops left and right, restaurants, hotels, accommodation, surfing shop, surfing boards, surfing lessons, anything surfing related of course. Now my biggest tip here is to stay away from the main road. Couple of reasons there. The first thing is that it's quite dusty over there. Yes, the road is paved, but there is plenty of dust anyway. And the second reason is that there are few bars and restaurants. It can be quite noisy at night. And I may add actually a third reason. During the day, the motorbikes and the ATV are so noisy. And it looks like these guys are making a competition for who has the noises exhausted. So stay away 200, 300 meters above a hill, even better, and you will be in such a peaceful and quiet place. Now you can access most of accommodation with two-wheel drives, or if you come here by bus, no worries. But sometimes a few accommodation you need a four-wheel drives. Good tip here is to check with accommodation if you can access with the two-wheel drives in case you are driving one. The first part of Santa Teresa Beach is actually called Carmen Beach, and this is where it all started. The first village was actually here, the first restaurant was actually here 25 years ago, and then it evolved into Santa Teresa Beach. This is very similar as a location to Santa Teresa Beach. Beautiful beach on the front, then the main road and all of the side street where you can have an accommodation or restaurants or bars or anything you want. The difference is that here the road is still not paved, so there's plenty of dust everywhere, plenty of traffic, plenty of pollution. So in these regards I think Santa Teresa is much better, but if you find an accommodation on the side street it would be like Santa Teresa. If you're traveling on a budget, Carmen Beach is actually a good place because there are a few hostels here and there, but select carefully your place because you want to be far from the main street. In my guide to Santa Teresa, I've added a few accommodations here in Carmen Beach where you can rest for the night and enjoy the beach during the day. Another area you want to check out is Playa Hermosa. It's about 2-3 km north of Santa Teresa. Playa Hermosa means a beautiful beach. You wonder why? Of course, beautiful, stunning again. This beach is so wide. There are not many people around. Even the village is really tiny, just a bunch of restaurants and bars, cafes. So there is not much going on. In fact, this is the place you want to come if really you want to isolate yourself, If you want a few days, just you in the middle of the nature. But remember to bring some food with you because there is not much around here. In saying that, it's a quick ride, 3K, and you go down to Santa Teresa. In fact, it may be a good idea if you stay here to rent an ATV or a motorbike to go around. If Santa Teresa is a bit too much for you, too commercial, then you should come down to MONTEZUMA Beach and MONTEZUMA Village. It's about 30 minutes from Santa Teresa, and it's definitely a world apart. So beautiful. The village is tiny with just a few cafes and restaurants, very laid back. The beach is so wide. There's a bit of a rip current here, so when you do a swim, take care. But besides that, really, this is probably the Santa Teresa as it used to be 30 years ago. I thought this video is not about things to do. Once you are in Santa Teresa, you should absolutely visit the MONTEZUMA waterfall, 7 level of falls. Small one that you see on my back, and then the highest jump is 25 meters. Spectacular the walk that follows the river. You can enter through 2 points. If you check actually my guide that I'm going to put a video description, I have inserted also all of the Google Maps points where you can go. Beautiful experience that should be done in Santa Teresa. And here I am from my accommodation this time in Santa Teresa, which is actually in Playa Carmen. Absolutely stunning view. In all of these mornings here in this week in Santa Teresa, I've seen monkeys and all sorts of animals actually going around. It's like being in a little zoo. I built a guide where you can read all of my suggestions on accommodations and also restaurants and places to visit too. I'm gonna put the link into the video description with all of the best areas to stay as well. And now let's check out what's in the next week video.